We know that gentle exercise can help some people with endometriosis manage their symptoms. So if you are suffering with endometriosis, try giving this short video a go. I'm going to go through some gentle Pilates-based exercises that might help you with managing your symptoms. So we're going to start off in sitting and working on our pelvic floor muscles. So when you're sitting, you can sit with your legs crossed if that's comfortable for you. Ideally on a harder or firmer surface. You can sit on a chair here if you like. If you're on a firmer surface, you're just going to get a bit more feedback as we do this exercise. So we're going to sit up nice and tall, relax those shoulders away from our ears, relax our hands down into our lap. Then thinking about engaging our pelvic floor, we're going to take a nice big deep breath in. As we breathe out, think about drawing up and in through those pelvic floor muscles. You're going to breathe in and hold. Breathe out, keep holding. And the next time you breathe in, just release and relax through your pelvic floor muscles. If you haven't tried engaging your pelvic floor muscles before, I'll give you a few pointers on how you can get these muscles working. So it's a drawing up and in sensation. And actually the easiest way for you to get those muscles working is to think about your holding in wind. Another analogy you can use is imagining there is a zip that goes from your back passage round to your front passage and you're doing that zip up. Or the other one I quite like is imagine that you're sitting on a blueberry and you're going to think about gently picking that blueberry up with your vagina and then you're going to put it back down again as you release. Okay, so let's try and think about maybe one of those three images as we try a few more of these. So stay sitting tall, nice big breath in. As you breathe out, think about drawing up and in through that pelvic floor. Breathe in and hold. Breathe out. And as you breathe in again, release and relax through those muscles. Let's go for two more like that. So nice breath in. As you breathe out, engage through that pelvic floor. Breathe in and hold. Breathe out and hold. As you breathe in, release and relax. Then as you breathe out, drawing up and in again. Breathe in and hold. Breathe out, keep holding. And then as you breathe in, release and relax through those muscles again. So hopefully that started to wake up through those pelvic floor muscles and get them contracting. And then we're going to try and work our fast twitch muscle fibers through our pelvic floor. So this is going to be like a really quick contract and relax. And let's see if we can go for 10 of these. So think about holding in wind and releasing nice and quickly. Let's go for 10 of these. So ready? Let's go. Squeeze, relax, 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 squeeze, relax. Two more. Squeeze, relax, and last one, number 10, squeeze, relax. Well done. So hopefully that's just got those pelvic floor muscles waking up and working a little bit more. We worked our fast twitch and our slow twitch fibers of those muscles. From here, we're going to go and introduce a little bit more movement. We're going to turn onto our backs and we're going to go into our shoulder bridge. So we're going to lie onto our backs, knees bent, take our feet to about hip width, little space between our knees, hands by our sides, nice and open through our chest. Breathe in to prepare. As you breathe out, think about, again, drawing up and in through your pelvic floor muscles. So breathing out, drawing into that pelvic floor, tilt back through your pelvis, squeeze your glutes, and then we're going to roll up through our spine here, lifting our hips away from the floor. Breathe in and hold at the top, and then breathing out as you slowly roll back down through your spine, nice and smoothly, one vertebra at a time. Breathing in at the bottom, releasing through those muscles. And again, breathe out, drawing up and in through your pelvic floor, drawing into your belly button, squeeze your glutes, your bum muscles this time. Peel up through your spine, nice and smoothly, one vertebra at a time. The aim is to get into a nice straight line through your knees, hips and shoulders at the top. Breathe in and hold there, and then breathing out as you slowly roll back down through your spine, nice and smoothly, one vertebra at a time. So this is a really nice one to mobilize through our spine at the same time as getting those core muscles switching on and engaging. So let's just try a few more. Breathe in to prepare, breathe out as you squeeze, lift, roll up. Breathe in and hold at the top. Just check with your knees this time. As you roll up to the top, your knees aren't dropping out. They shouldn't be squeezing in. Try and keep them hip width. And then again, breathe out as we slowly roll back down through our spine. Let's go for 2 more reps of our shoulder bridge here. So just mobilizing through that spine, gently switching and engaging through those pelvic floor muscles and through our core muscles. And let's just go for 1 more rep here. Last one. Lovely, nice and smoothly down. Nice, well done. Once your hips are back to the floor, just bring those knees into your chest, give them a hug in, give your back a bit of a stretch, and give your knees a gentle rock from side to side here if you like. And then taking our legs down from here, we're going to try an exercise called our hip twist next. So we're going to work on control and a movement around our hips, whilst again thinking about keeping those core muscles gently engaged. So this time we're going to bring our feet together. Take your fingertips onto your hip bones. So you're feeling your hip bones with your fingertips, checking that your pelvis doesn't rock or tilt from side to side. So you're going to keep one knee really still. You're going to slowly open one knee out to the side, and then you're drawing it back in. And then we're going to switch sides, open your other knee out to the side, and again you're slowly drawing it back in again. So again, let's think about keeping our core working as we're doing this one. So we're trying to stay drawn up through those pelvic floor muscles, keeping that belly button drawn in towards our spine, keeping that movement through our hip as smooth as we can. And try and time your movement with your breathing at the same time here. So breathing out as you open and breathe in as you close back in. So nice and smoothly opening and closing, one knee at a time, making sure that pelvis stays nice and steady. Think about how your back feels on the floor. Try not to let your back rock or tilt from side to side as you open and close. So you might not feel like you're going really far with your knee. Okay, the main thing is that you keep that control for your body, so we activate our core to keep that control rather than opening your knee all the way out to the floor and just rocking over to your side. Okay, think about that control. Try and make that movement as smooth as you can as you open and close. Let's go for 2 more of these on each side, then last few here. That's it, lovely. Keep it nice and smooth. And 1 more on each side. That's it, still keeping that pelvis steady. Last one here. Nice, and then back into the middle. Just take your hands from your hips down to your sides, and then just give your knees a gentle rock from side to side. So just give your hips and your back a bit of a stretch out. Relax through those core muscles as you just have a bit of a stretch through. And then taking those knees back into the middle, and then we're just going to finish the session off just with 1 more stretch here. We're going to stretch into our hip flexors, so stretching into the front of our hips, and you might feel the stretch into your abdominals as well here. So we're going to take a turn over for this one. And then once we've turned over, we're going to take 1 foot up in front of us and we're on 1 knee. We're going to have our hips nice and square on. And then from here, we're going to push our hips forward. So you should feel a stretch into the front of your back hip. You can hold it here if that stretch feels strong enough. Or if you want to increase the stretch a bit more, take your arms up to the ceiling, arch through your back and hold it there. Just taking a few breaths here. So really opening out through that hip, stretching through those stomach muscles, taking a few breaths. You can look up here if it feels comfortable, just finding that position that feels good for you. Just increasing the stretch as you feel is right for you to do today. Just taking a couple more breaths. And then slowly coming back and then switching sides to take your other knee to the floor, other foot up in front. Again, square through those hips. Once you're there, just pushing your hip forward. So again, open out through the front of your back hip. Once you're there, you can hold this position if that feels like enough of a stretch for you, or you can increase the stretch a bit more by taking those hands up to the ceiling again, and you can arch your back here if that feels good for you as well. Again, looking forwards or up to the ceiling again, choosing the position that feels best for you. Lovely, 1 more breath in. And then as you breathe out, slowly coming back from there, we're going to come down onto our hands and knees. Then bring our big toes together, knees come as wide as our mat. We're going to come into our extended shell stretch. You're sitting back onto your heels, stretch your hands away, relax your head back into that extended shell stretch. You feel hopefully a really nice stretch through your hips, your back, and you might feel it all the way up into your shoulders as well. Just taking a few breaths here. Just relaxing through our core muscles, relaxing through our back, relax into those hips. Think about sinking your chest towards the floor. And then slowly taking ourselves back up from here, and then we'll turn and have a sit round. And hopefully, if you tried those exercises, they help you feel good, help you feel nice and stretched out, whilst getting those core muscles gently activating. So I hope that they help with managing your symptoms. Yeah, please let me know how you get on.